So you might have heard the terms dual occupancy, you might have heard the term subdivision. What I want to talk about today is bringing those together, a dual occupancy and a subdivision. My name is Colin Fragar from Council Approval Group, and I congratulate you for getting this far and asking that question, and hopefully this video is helpful in the short time that we have together today. So I'd love to draw a little diagram for you, and actually a dual occupancy subdivision is my favorite investment strategy. And it's one that I go into in The Secrets of Property Millionaires Exposed, if you've read that. But if you haven't read it, that's fine. I can explain a little bit to you today. So a dual occupancy, by definition, means two dwellings on one title, separate to a granny flat. That's a different discussion. So we've got two dwellings on the same title. A dual occupancy and subdivision is when you subdivide the dual occupancy. The question of whether you can subdivide a dual occupancy will very much get down to the details of your site, where you live, where the property is, the local government area that you're within, the zoning, and what the specifics are of your exact site. And it's something that we would look at in detail in what we call our preliminary planning assessment. If you're interested in one of those, please go to councilapproval.com.au and book in for your free consultation, where we can discuss in general what you're trying to achieve and then work out a roadmap for you going forward. Just to give you a few more tips and tricks though, in terms of these dual occupancy subdivisions. So the great thing about a dual occupancy subdivision is you can often depart from the minimum lot size. If you came to me and said, okay, Colin, I want to subdivide my land. I want to subdivide it like that. Maybe this is the street here and you got your car here, you pull up and you want to subdivide it like that. And I say, sorry, you cannot subdivide it. You don't meet the minimum lot width, or you don't meet the minimum lot area. However, with a dual occupancy subdivision, often in many local government areas, it allows you to depart from the minimum lot size. And so we can usually pull it off, even with a small departure. Please keep in mind the dual occupancy subdivision isn't restricted to a subdivision line like that. You might be able to subdivide it behind with the driveway access there. So dual occupancy subdivision, dual occupancy and subdivision is the ultimate, I believe, investment strategy. We go into it in a little bit of detail in this free guide. Please make sure you grab a copy of that. It is available on our website. And also, I highly recommend, as we talked about before, the consultation which we have with one of our team. Now, how does that work? What we talk about is we ask what you're trying to achieve, then we work out a roadmap going forward, and usually the recommendation is for us to do a preliminary planning assessment on your property to really work out what is the highest and best use, whether it's a subdivision, whether it's a dual occupancy, whether it's both, maybe it's a granny flat, maybe it's none. We'll be able to advise you on that. My name is Colin Fragar. Thanks for watching, and I wish you every success.